Hey, I'm Kim.
What's up? I'm Ariel, and this is
To Whom This May Concern, the podcast. This is a weekly podcast from the Lush Consulting Firm and On the Damn Couch Media.
Are you ready to eavesdrop on some good homegirl conversation? Let's start the show.
In 3, 2. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Whom This May Concern, the podcast. I'm Ariel.
And I'm Kim K. And thanks for joining us.
Yo, we had to take a slight little break because Mardi Gras happened in the city. And that's a little bit of what we're talking about, because after 2 summers of outside being closed, outside is open.
Open, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Kim, are you still recovering? Like I didn't do a whole lot of outside. Just a little background. Like, I've had 10 years in media. So in 8 of those 10 years, because when the pandemic hit, and everything shut down, I finally got a break from running between 2 different cities for 2 weeks, running on 3-4 hours of sleep and a lot of alcohol, broadcasting Mardi Gras parades. So when COVID came and they were like, you don't have to do Mardi Gras, I was like, thank God. And when they didn't push it again this year, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything Mardi Gras. I still need a hiatus. So right. I didn't do anything. But Kim, you went and did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm recovering. Well, I only do the last weekend. So that's what I did the last weekend, and I am feeling it. And I don't stop at Fat Tuesday. I carry on to the TG, as known as the Trinity Garden Parade. So, yes. And it's better than the whole weekend of Mardi Gras.
You know what? I didn't know this until somebody else said it to me. It was like the Trinity Garden Black Heritage Parade. I did not know that it had a full name.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Right. Black Heritage Parade. That's been going on since I was a little girl. Of course, I'm from Trinity Garden. So yeah, that is one I've grown up on. So
that's a big deal though, because especially when you think about Mardi Gras, you look at the Trinity Garden Parade and it literally looks like all things Black culture.
Oh yes, ma'am. It's so black. It's so black, so black.
From the floats to the fact that it's a block party setup. It's an all day long affair, not just you come out to this parade for 10, 15 minutes and then go back home. No, it is an all day affair. I love that.
Black parties, because it's a block parties, because it's parties at every house.
Yeah,
every house, wherever you out, you're gonna see a party.
I did it one year, but I actually rode a float, and I was like, "This is amazing! This is incredible! I didn't know this many Black people was in this city."
Oh yeah, in that one little neighborhood, yeah. Of course, everybody, the surrounding areas and everything else, they come out. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big. Okay, and so not just Mardi Gras, but it's again, outside is open. I'm really ready to go and travel and do some things. I've had COVID twice in 2022. Well, no, I had it at the end of 2021, and then I caught it. So I had it in December, and then I had it in January. So there are moments where I'm a little apprehensive. But then also moments where I'm like, I'm not going to put this fucking mask on. They can kiss my ass.
Well, I haven't had it.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for that.
God is good.
God is good. I wear my mask where I see fit. Yeah. Where I feel like people are going to be right up in here, but I don't. I mean, it is what it is.
That's how I am. If I go into a store like Whole Foods or a Publix, depending on the crowd, most of the time at Whole Foods it's 10, 15 people in there at a time, very spread out. So I'm really not going to wear no mask. Right. Publix kind of the same if I go late at night, but Walmart is always jumping and I'm always going to have on a mask because they be in there tripping. Personal space is not a thing in Walmart.
I actually try to stay away from Walmart, but if it's something I forget, and I have to go in the neighborhood Walmart.
You know what's funny? I steer clear of the produce section at Walmart. I will go out of my way to go to another store because I cannot do Walmart's produce.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does. I actually one of my coworkers had a father who owned a grocery store, and stores like Whole Foods, Fresh Market, Publix get theirs first.
I think I saw you said that on a post.
Yeah, they get all of their produce first, and then Walmart just gets whatever is left over. And by this point, by the time the truck gets to them, we talking 3-4 days after this produce was loaded on the truck. So it's already kind of not in the best shape as is, and Walmart just gets it. And that's why they can sell it at a lower price.
I can see that because when you go to Walmart and you look at it, it looks like it's the last pickings. Like,
yes. Raggedy.
Very raggedy. So
very raggedy. But back to the subject at hand. So mask sanctions are being lifted.
LA, well, not LA yet. LA has lifted. I saw LA lifted something. I go back to that. New York has.
Yeah.
New Orleans I haven't heard anything about them yet.
I haven't either. And I think they were like one of those red zones. I don't know if Atlanta actually ever
ever. They never closed.
They were like Florida. I'm just saying they were like Florida. They never went inside.
Florida, them either. They've been outside and they said hell no to masks. They was mad about the mask. But I know Hawaii has canceled or lifted their restrictions. Some other countries, they've lifted their restrictions. So it's no more you travel, you get it, you get stuck for 14 days and all that. You know, that was going on. I had a friend who traveled to Jamaica and was stuck.
I remember that. Yeah.
COVID over there. And when it was time to go, where you test the day before, she was positive. So, and then of course, you know, our friend that tested positive before, we were supposed to go to Jamaica and couldn't go. So those type restrictions are being lifted. So if you no more testing or any of that.
Yeah. Well, that, you know what? It's kind of funny. And me and a friend were talking about this morning, because when the pandemic really first started picking up steam, I can remember almost every other email in 2020 was COVID, 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 COVID. And then by 2021, every email was COVID and vaccine, COVID and vaccine, COVID and vaccine. And it started off the same way in 2022. But somewhere around February, like as the weather started to change and you knew it was going to start getting warmer, I suddenly don't get half as many emails about vaccines or COVID. It's like it's kind of just disappearing, just faded into the background. Let's not talk about it anymore.
Right, because now you're seeing Russia, Ukraine, war.
Yeah. Because now not only do we have a new topic at hand, but I am not going to lie to you. It just seemed a little fishy that right during tourist season, when everybody's economy trying to make a bounce back and we know we need those tourist dollars, suddenly ain't no pandemic and ain't no mask.
And not only that, I saw a post where basically history is repeating itself when they had the that flu thing.
Yeah, I think it was bird flu or scarlet fever. One of those. No, I think it was bird flu.
One of them, and the same thing happened. That's when World War II happened. So everything's repeating itself. Yeah.
Oh, word! I need to go look that up. There was something in astrology that was also happening during that time that's happening right now, and it was like Uranus and Taurus. But I gotta go be sure about that before I actually like step into that, because I'm not 100% on that. Before I start talking about that would be really weird to bring that up, and that's not true.
Right. Understood. But I just know it's gonna be a sexy ass summer.
Listen, I have already dedicated myself to being naked this summer. Okay.
Right. I have been getting it on.
Religious, like I have been 6 days a week in this workout counting my macros, because let me tell you something. Most people don't know this about me because they think that I'm an extrovert, but I am very introverted. I am trying to break out of that.
Very good. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and so far, no, but we'll see. We'll
Woo! Let's see how
listen.
Give her some tequila, baby. I don't know. She be extroverted.
I'm just gonna say, like, you know, when I need to turn it up, I can turn it up. When I know what is expected of me, I can turn it on, but you got to get me there first.
Right. So what plans do you have for the summer?
Well, initially it was supposed to be a trip to Disney World, and my family, I have a sister who has a compromised immune system. So she was like, no, the COVID numbers look crazy. Let's not go. And of course, that was in January. Disney World trips you do not plan in a week or so. Like
it takes some time.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that until we started trying to plan it. Then it's like, okay, this is very intricate. But when we started planning them, it was like we had to remember, even though we're talking about going in June, how many times during this pandemic have we said, well, that's a long ways off. I think we can still do it. And then time comes around and it's like, oh, it's not getting any better. But now I wish that we had actually kind of stuck to it, because it looks like things might be looking up. So no more Disney World. And then Tennessee was supposed to happen, because I was like, I'm going to the damn mountains.
Right.
That has fallen through too.
Oh, Lord.
I have no idea what we're going to do this summer now.
Well, I'm outside. June is my birthday month. So
yeah. I mean, I planned several trips to the beach, but I mean, like, sometimes you want more than just a trip to the beach. You want like a vacation. Like, I want to go to some mountains and I want to hike and kick it and turn off my phone from everybody.
Right. Well, I'm traveling. Damn that. So
yeah,
spring break, that's going to be the start of it. So that is not even something, but spring break, finding somewhere for me and my child to go.
Yeah.
Last year we went to Nashville. It was beautiful. But my kid has plain ears. So we got to figure that thing out. Like, when we fly, her ears go crazy. Very painful. She be in so much pain to actually draw tears. So we got to figure that out first. But we're going to go somewhere for spring break, which is coming up in April.
Yeah.
May, I'm going to Destin.
Hey.
As every year, the big mansion,
Yeah.
Chill the poolside with my friends. Okay, doing that in May. In June, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
The second week of June. And then for my birthday, I haven't decided, am I going to do Costa Rica, or the Turks?
Kim said she outside. Let me tell y'all something. One thing about me and my family, we definitely are going to go to Fort Walton. And I guess I don't really count it as a vacation, because when you can literally navigate the city without a GPS, nigga, that's not a vacation. You're just going to your second home.
That's not. That's your second home.
So like, we normally get like a really big condo on the beach, which is really, really great, because ain't nothing like waking up and looking out and watching the sun come up on the beach. Like, we do that every year. But again, like I said, I want some change. And I think I'm going to have to implement it myself and not wait on somebody else.
Oh yeah. See, that's funny you say that, because I've been following this chick on Instagram. She travels alone. She travels solo, and she basically gives you all the tips of how you can travel safely alone. Yeah. So I've been writing all the stuff down, and it's interesting. Like, even booking people to take your pictures for you while you're away.
Really?
Airbnb, you can book people to take your portraits for you for like an hour or so. Yes, so you can get portraits. You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah. And
then you talk to the embassy of wherever you're going. And it's a lot of stuff.
That, that is incredibly interesting, because I remember the first time I traveled to Miami by myself, and my mother was like, you're going to get kidnapped and you're going to be sold into sex trafficking. And I'm like, Ma, relax. Just get off. Stop watching Dateline. Right. And honestly, I traveled by myself, and it was the most peaceful thing. Like, I look forward to that trip every year. Unfortunately, again, the pandemic has said, hell no. So it's a work trip. Basically, but there's still like a lot of moments where I get a chance to relax and kind of enjoy the fact that I'm in Miami. But I really look forward to that trip coming back, because again, I get to travel solo. I get to drop my kid off and just go and just be. Right. Like, I get to be who I feel like I always was before I had to take on the identity of somebody's mother. Right?
Right.
You get to just leave that shit in the city
You know
And when
how
she get on that plane,
I deserve to be irresponsible. I deserve to not have any responsibilities at several points.
that
in
is
my
what
life.
that is the one thing that I'm looking forward to this summer. I have a couple business trips
Mhm.
this month and next month, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to go on a business trip. I want to go on a straight up vacation where I just do some irresponsible shit.
Right. That's the best shit ever.
Irresponsible.
That is the best shit.
I am now dedicated to finding a week where I just go and do some irresponsible shit before this year is over with. And it's not going to be a business trip. It is going to be a trip.
Write it down. Blue ink.
Blue ink. Blue ink.
Yeah. Blue ink
Okay.
is manifestation colors. Like you don't write in black, you write in blue. And you
Mhm.
don't write in pencil because you don't want to erase it.
Mm.
You don't want it to go away.
That's a cool little tip. Okay, I like it. I like it. That's
And-
like right up there with the little cinnamon thing I gave y'all.
Right.
So at the start of every month, I take a little cinnamon, put it in my hand, speak my abundance affirmations. Okay, wait, let me take a step back. So go to the front door of my home,
Mhm.
face my home, put the cinnamon in my hand, speak the affirmations, blow the cinnamon out. I
Mhm.
promise you, I have, and maybe it's not so much the ritual itself, but the mentality that you hand yourself
Right.
in the ritual that really fuels you to get to check off shit. Because that's basically a vision board.
Yeah.
It
is.
just gives you the mindset to get it done.
The vision board is in your mind.
Yeah, it's not magic. It's
The shit works, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
the shit works. So either way, I'm going to take myself a blue pen and I'm writing down my irresponsible ass trip. That's what I'm gonna call it too, my irresponsible ass trip.
Write it down. Write it down. Yes.
There is actually, okay. So here's one of my plans for outside shit. Okay. But this is very me, and anybody else that might hear it might be like, girl, what the fuck? But there is a mud run in Pensacola. Yes, in October. That is my irresponsible trip right there, because I plan to first of all to get up and do a 5K that also includes obstacle courses. I don't want to have to drive there that morning.
The Spartan.
It's kind of like a Spartan, except it's not as long as a Spartan and there's no swimming involved. But basically, like, you run these different obstacle courses and all of it is just straight up mud. So basically, you're getting muddy and disgusting, and I am so excited. And that there it is, my irresponsible ass trip.
Well, there it goes. See,
well, that's only one, because I don't feel like I've traveled far enough to be irresponsible.
Right. See, when the further you go, the more irresponsible you can be.
Exactly. Back shots on a balcony. Irresponsible.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we needed, the visuals.
Yeah. There you have it.
Okay. Is there anything else? Like, especially with COVID and mask and outside is open again. Anything else?
No, just enjoy your damn self. Tomorrow is
International Women's Day. Yes.
National Women's Day. So shout out to all the beautiful women out there.
Yes.
Shout out to you ladies. Keep doing your thing. So
beautiful. Yeah. I love that. March 8th is International Women's Day. And just like, it's not just like a second Valentine's Day for women. It's really like highlighting those achievements that women have made culturally, politically, and socioeconomically. And let me tell you something, the struggle has been real. So before we go, I do have 2 books that I really think are dope to read for International Women's Day. And it's going to take you a second. You ain't going to get it read in one day. But it's called The Sisters Are All Right, and I forget the author's name, and Hood Feminism. Phenomenal ass books.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Because white women single-handedly hijacked the feminist movement, and that is why so many Black women identify as womanist versus feminist.
Okay.
That was a great book, so check it out.
Cool.
So yeah, okay. Well, that's it. Like that's all I got. Just remember that To Whom This May Concern, the podcast can be found on all streaming platforms like Apple, Google, Spotify, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, because when you do, you get a notification that we have uploaded a brand new episode, which happens every Tuesday if there is no Mardi Gras.
Right. If there's no Mardi Gras, it's going down. But also make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get these 200, 300K, baby.
We trying to get these YouTube bucks, these YouTube dollars.
Yes. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. 2, the number 2, Whom This May Concern, the podcast. That's also how it is on our Instagram and our Facebook.
Right.
Not Twitter porn.
Yeah, not Twitter porn. And also give us some reviews. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We actually like the reviews.
We do.
Actually post some to our Instagram page, and Facebook page. So if you give us great reviews, yeah, you will see.
And if there's a topic you think like, hey, I'd love to hear y'all weigh in and see what y'all think about that. Hey, come on, let's do it. No, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like some heavy, hard topic. It could be like super light. Look, we just talked about summer vacation.
Right. Something simple. We just talked about getting over Mardi Gras and what we're going to do for the summer and how we're going to be outside. Easy.
And doing some irresponsible shit. It's up and it's stuck.
Yeah, it is. So just let us know, guys, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for listening.
Good night.